MOP Vaishnav College for Women is committed to the goals of attracting and supporting top caliber women students from around the globe in the area of higher education. The college has structured the courses offered into various schools like School of Media, School of Information Technology, School of Social Sciences, School of Business and School of Food Sciences. The college supplements the curriculum with additional courses that are innovative, market-driven and career-oriented. Being a quality-conscious institution, the college got itself accredited by NAAC in its decennial year and re-accredited at A level with 3.51 CGPA out of 4. Chief Guest Dr. Sheila Ramchandran, Vice Chancellor of International Indian University, Sri Naval Gupta, the Immediate Secretary of the College, members of the Managing Committee and Board of Governors, graduates, proud parents, invitees and members of the press. It's with immense pride I present before you the highlights of the academic results of graduating batch 2012 and 13. The college recorded 100% pass in 6 courses: MSc Information Technology, MA Broadcast Communication, MA Communication, MA Media Management, MSc Food Technology and Management, BCA. About 95% pass was recorded in 8 courses: MBA, BCom Accounting and Finance, BCom Corporate Secretaryship, BSc Information Systems Management, BSc Mathematics, BSc Visual Communication, BSc Computer Science and BCom Marketing Management. BBA, BSc Electronic Media and BSc Food Science Management recorded 94% pass, while BA Journalism recorded 92% pass and BA Sociology 81%. 32 students of 2009 and 12 batch and 2010-12 PG batch secured the first rank. I deem it an honor to present the rank holders in the postgraduate programs. MBA, first rank Ashwini Mohan, second rank Sophia S. MSc IT, first rank Kamaleshwari. MA Media Management, first rank Alagammai. MA Communication, first rank JC. MA Broadcast Communication, first rank Apurva. MSc Food Technology and Management, first rank Upasana Das. Rank holders in the UG programs: BCom Accounting and Finance, Sweta first rank, Shruti Ishwar second rank, Shilpa Shanai third rank. BCom Corporate Secretaryship, Kritika S first rank, Preeta Reddy second rank, Krishna third rank. BCom Marketing Management, Namita first rank, Aarti Goyal second rank, Vaishnavi Sadasivan third rank. BBA Amrita J first rank, Ashika J second rank and Shruti N third rank. BSc Information Systems Management, first rank Vandana, second rank Sneha, third rank Sweta Nichani. BSc Computer Science, first rank Bhanu Priya, second rank Jyoti. BCA, first rank Varsha, second rank Hinu R. Dalani. BSc Maths, first rank Situja, second rank Raja Jayanti, third rank Anita V. BSc Visual Communication, first rank Kritika M, second rank Payal Banzali. BSc Electronic Media, first rank Sukanya Kumar, second rank N. Bhargavi. BA Journalism, first rank Shilpa Induja, second rank Manasa Karpadam Kumar. BSc Food Science and Management, first rank Meenakshi, second rank Ramya Chandran. BA Sociology, first rank Jyotsna Raman, second rank Nivedita Srinivasan, third rank Shruti Parthasarathy. Ranks for the foundation courses where English and language are offered in 4 semesters. English first rank Upanisha G, second rank Akshita Nandagopal. Tamil first rank Priya N, Hindi first rank Jyoti, Sanskrit first rank Vaishnavi, French first rank Namrata. Ranks for the foundation courses where English and language are offered in 2 semesters. First rank Kritika, second rank Manasa P. Vasudevan, third rank Payal Bansali and Harshita Krishnan. Tamil first rank Kritika, second rank Divya, third rank Pavitra TC and Sharmila TS. Hindi, first rank Anuradha Raghunathan, Varsha and Amrita J. Second rank Hinu Dalani and Rajkumari S. Third rank Aarti Kotaria. Sanskrit, first rank Sukanya Kumar. French, first rank Meenakshi S. and Vaishnavi Sadasivam. Thank you. Good morning. Welcome to the convocation ceremony of MOP Vaishnav College for Women. I deem it a great privilege to welcome our Chief Guest, Dr. Sheila Ramachandran, Vice Chancellor of Avinash Nigam, Dean University for Home Science and Higher Education. Coimbatore. I also extend a warm welcome to our Secretary, Sri Madhula Gupta, and members of Board of Governors and the Managing Committee and Lady Sabha. A special welcome to all the invitees, graduates, parents, well-wishers, friends from the press and my dear graduates for this convocation ceremony. I am extremely happy and honoured to welcome our Chief Guest, Dr. Sheila Ramachandran, Vice Chancellor, Avinash Nigam Deemed University. Let me also take the pleasure of introducing our Chief Guest to you. Dr. Sheila Ramachandran is an illustrious academician, able administrator and a philanthropist. She has profound research and administrative experience and she has achieved distinction at state, national and international levels. We are extremely fortunate to have such a dynamic person amidst us, and I take this opportunity to elucidate the achievements and accolades of our Chief Guest. Dr. Sheila Ramachandran had completed her graduation in zoology and a post-graduation in MSc Food and Nutrition at University of Madras. She obtained a doctorate in Food and Nutrition from Bardiyar University. She started her career as a research assistant in Avinash Nigam Home Science College. Now she's become the Vice Chancellor of the same university. Ever since, her career graph has soared and there has never been looking back. From the position of a research assistant, by sheer hard work, Dr. Sheila Ramachandran rose to the position of HOD of Nutrition in PSG College of Arts and Science. She later became the principal of the same college, and she has a unique honor of being the First Lady Principal of PSG Arts and Science College, Coimbatore. Dr. Sheila, through her diligence and efficient administrative capacity, became the Vice Chancellor of Avinash Nigam Deemed University in the year 2010. She was also the first Vice Chancellor candidate to be chosen outside Avinash Nigam Deemed University. Her success story is not about her career highlights alone. She has been instrumental in raising the bar and achieving recognition for her workplace as well. The institution she worked for has attained to great success through her guidance and knowledge. It is during her tenure the PSG College of Arts and Science became a college of national and international repute. It is to her credit that our Chief Guest assisted the NITAD, the PSG College, to be the first ISO certified Arts and Science College and enabled the college to be the first of the 3 Arts and Science colleges in the country, also to have a satellite interactive terminal. As a Vice Chancellor of Avinash Nigam University, she anchored the university to develop and implement several innovative methods. She is an ardent academician and the most after research guide. She has guided over 60 PG students and many doctoral candidates. She has published 11 international and 24 national papers and also has presented 77 national and 3 international research papers. Dr. Sheila is a woman of letters who has 2 books to her credit. Apart from her academic achievement, Dr. Sheila Ramachandran, through her rich expertise, has guided and molded many professional bodies. She is the most sought after educationists both at the national and the international level by almost all the national bodies, including University Grants Commission, Ministry of Human Resource Development, and several other bodies associated with her subject, namely the nutrition. She will be a member of several expert committees of University Grants Commission. And she is a member of UGC regulations for measures and maintenance of standards in higher education, member of the new committee that has been formed in framing guidelines for research promotion grant, member of the expert committee for conferment of fresh autonomous status and extension of autonomy to colleges, to several colleges in the country. She has been the most sought after NAAC peer training chairperson and a coordinator, and she is accredited over 18 institutions across the country. She has also made a commendable contribution to public life through various reputed organizations and clubs. She is a nationally acclaimed academician, and I have already told you, both by the Government of India and state government. And state government also has had the privilege of having her services for many projects. To name a few, she is a member of the Midday Meal Scheme, Department of School Education, Literacy, Ministry of Human Resource Development, Government of India, member of the formulation of 12th Five-Year Plan, Constitutional Working Group on Higher Education, Planning Commission, New Delhi, member of the Working Group on Nutrition, 12th Five-Year Plan, State Planning Commission, Government of Tamil Nadu. Our chief guest, due to her dynamism, was recognized and crowned with laurels by many organizations. Dr. Anya Kumar Bose Memorial Award for her outstanding contribution in the field of nutrition dietetics by the Indian Dietetic Association of National Institute of Nutrition, Hyderabad. Vocational Excellence Award by Rotary Club of Spectrum in 2006. Navaratna Award for Education at the World Women's Day in 2012. She was also awarded the Jewel of Coimbatore on International Women's Day by Junior Chamber International Coimbatore Cosmo Joyces. Women of Excellence Award by Srishti. She was also adorned with the honorary rank of Colonel Commandant from the Director General of NCC. Dr. Sheila has a wide international exposure, and both her talent and keen administrative acumen are internationally recognized. She has visited several universities in US for collaboration and has been invited by institutions in Holland, Hungary, Sri Lanka, Singapore and USA for her valuable inputs on nutrition in higher education. She has been a part of Yale India Leadership Program 2011 at the Yale University, USA, and was one of the 26 educationists deputed by the Ministry of Human Resource Development, Government of India, for a 3-week delegation. She has been a member of the Education Delegation of Conservation of Indian Industry, the Economic Development Board, and 7 universities and institutes at Singapore. She is an honorary citizen of Toledo, USA, and a sister city collaboration between Coimbatore Corporation and Corporation of Toledo since 2010. Dr. Sheila is a rare combination of a leader, academician, and a philanthropist. Our chief guest has been associated with many schemes for the welfare of the downtrodden and differently abled groups. She takes keen interest in lending her educational support to the needy and the youth belonging to the lower socio-economic strata. We are extremely honored and fortunate to have such a humane person, dynamic leader, celebrated scholar, and a brilliant administrator as Dr. Sheila Ramachandran as our chief guest for the convocation ceremony. I once again extend a warm welcome to our chief guest, graduates, parents, invitees for this convocation ceremony. Let me also convey my heartfelt congratulations to all the graduates, and I wish you all a very successful future.
Again, welcome Dr. Sheila Ramachandran, the Vice Chancellor, on behalf of MOP, National College for Women, all respected guests, parents and children. Good morning. Graduation day, ceremony of the college has been called to distribute the degree in various subjects of the college upon the candidates who in the examination recently for the purpose have been certified to be worthy of the same. Thank you.
Energetic morning to all of you present here. Respected Secretary of MOP Vaishnav College for Women, Shri Gupta ji, my good friend, philosopher and guide, the principal of this great institution, Dr. Nirmala Prasad, respected members of the Management Council, distinguished guests, the pillars of the institution, namely the faculty members and the non-teaching staff, proud parents, members of the press and media, both from within the institution as well as from the society, well-wishers, and of course, the heroines of this morning's function, namely dear, young, successful graduating candidates. I deem it a great honor to be present here this morning, and I've always been very happy to be associated with this erudite institution. I have visited your institution on the most happening road of Chennai city, the most happening institution of Chennai city, namely your college, on 2 different occasions when I have been invited by you. And this is the first time that I am feeling the vibrancy outside your campus in this hall. This indicates how what you learn, how you are nurtured, how you are mentored by the institution has its spreading arms to kindle every atmosphere and every environment wherever you may go. I was really taken aback and spellbound when I saw the totally different way of presentation of the annual report and the achievements of the institution, which is your own baby of achievements, your own baby of production, your own baby of presentation, and your own baby of success. I think we must congratulate the School of Media and all the other silent hands who gave us a very professional presentation this morning. We have outbeaten the commercial media studios. And I share this because during one of my visits to your institution, I found while I was walking by the corridor, your busy as a bee principal, even at that point of time, took the advantage of being my close friend and said, "Oh, hello, good that you have come." Then she handed me over to one of your teachers and students who was not related to the School of Media and said, "While she is here on campus, see that you record something about her or her thoughts through the community radio." And she vanished. It was a totally unrelated, subject-related teacher who took me to one of your community radio studios. Someone coming on the way was just called and said, "Please come and record her interview." Some technician who was in some place was called and asked to operate the whole thing. They were all prepared, was I. Was I prepared for answering the questions which were thrown open to me? It was a challenge. But yet we went through the interview. Someone recorded, someone interviewed, I answered. And I hope that it had come in the community radio. That's the preparedness of the institution, of every individual in the institution, which may have happened maybe more than 6 to 7 years ago, but it's always evergreen in my mind. And I think more than the ranks or the results and the percentage pass, etc., that were displayed and read out by your principal, of course, for record purposes it's required. But then, more than that, I think this is a true success of the institution. So congratulations to you, and I must pay my due respects to every hand who made this possible. While I was going through the history, though I've heard so much about the college, and every friend that I have from Chennai or from anywhere has at least one girl from the family in this college. And quite a few of my friends have always said, oh, this teacher was my classmate in school. The principal was my teacher in college. That teacher was my classmate in this college. It seemed that there was some association with every individual of the community. And therefore, I felt ashamed that I did not know the full background of the institution, especially the past. And as I went through the most recently updated website of the college, I got some information, and I must say that I'm honored to be present here as a fitting occasion to acknowledge the efforts of the founder, Diwan Bahadur M.O. Parthasarathy Iyengar, a leading barrister, a visionary, a philanthropist of yesteryears, who strived to build knowledge society through women's education. I head a university exclusively meant for women. I spent more than 30 years in a co-educational institution. I, as your principal introduced, onto the 12th Five-Year Plan Committee of the MHRD, where we have planned to start 20 women's universities in the country during the 12th plan, where your institution has every chance to be changed into a university. And I know how challenging it is to run a women's institution, to run a women's university. I do understand that this institution was started in 1992 with just 3 programs, namely BCom, BBA and BSc Maths, and today stands proud with 13 undergraduate, 6 postgraduate and 1 research program, with a strength of, I understand, 3,030. Correct me if I'm wrong. The school concept in a college is also something very novel. And you have, if I'm not mistaken, different schools of media, information technology, business, food sciences, and sociology. Therefore, there has been a record of qualitative and quantitative growth. And this institution, as perceived by the society, the global society, has made a phenomenal progress since its inception and has well established its name as an institute of academic excellence, producing graduates to meet the growing demands in different sectors. I do understand that the bidecennial year celebrations just concluded in 2012, and you are gloriously marching towards your Silver Jubilee landmark. But I think every year, every moment is a moment of festivity and celebration on your campus by seeing all those smiling faces on the presentation. You have a cabinet working here. And I understand that the President is seated here with the Prime Minister and different ministers of different sectors. A very good concept. And I'm sure you're getting trained into the parliamentary proceedings also. Though your management, your teachers and all of you are doing your best to keep the flag high, flying high of the institution, it is you graduating candidates who are the alumni now who are the true ambassadors of the institution. You as a student, we've all been students, and while we are students, though we enjoy to be with our friends and enjoy to be on the campus, yet while we are students on the campus, when something is forced on us, we always crib. We always say, oh, this is not good, that's not good. but we realize its true worth only after we leave its portals. We must understand that whether you liked it or not, you now have a permanent degree, or you will soon have the permanent degree in your hand. A degree any number of times that you may tear off, saying you would not want to be associated with the institution, can be duplicated. No one can erase that. Until the last breath, you carry the name of the institution on your label. Therefore, wherever you are, wherever you may be, whatever you may be doing throughout your life, you would be the true ambassadors of your institution. Therefore, I would like to leave behind with you a few thoughts on which you could be true human beings, which your institution has always stood for, and how you could now transform yourself with whatever you have been given through your institution. The institution is known for its commerce, business and media portals. Therefore, I would like to touch upon something which now you've left your student base behind and have become responsible citizens. Something in terms of economy, something in terms of commerce, for which you have to think of. Therefore, dear graduating candidates, permit me to talk a little more serious on what is expected of you. We are all aware that India's GDP and its growth has plunged to a decade low of 5% in 2012-13, and it is passing through one of the severe turbulent phases. Today, the Indian industry is not only growing in size, but is also in its level of operation. We, all the educated population, need to elevate the physical and knowledge infrastructure on par with other developing nations to achieve the conspicuous progress in the growth of agriculture, industry, infrastructure, information technology, research and development. We do know that the three terms research, invention and innovation are very, very important words. Are they one of the same, or do they have each a different connotation? We do realize that research is research, which is more academic in nature, which is more based upon what is already present. And invention comes through whatever comes out of research, which is slightly on a higher plane. But what is the need of the hour today? It is innovation. And what is innovation? Innovation, which is something totally new, totally indigenous, which comes out of need of an individual, need of a society, need of the world. And I think today's term, today's flagship activity should be innovation. So we need you to have innovative ideas. We need you to do innovative activities. We need you to develop innovative techniques and technology. Therefore, who does the country depend on? We are aware that our country is bestowed with an exclusive knowledge capital of qualified professionals like you, and it is getting richer every year. You are already awakened to the realities of the nation, and the acquired competence will help you to be high-impact professionals. As per the GenSect Workforce Study of 2013, I quote, India has a dynamic, productive and youthful workforce, which is you, not me or the others on the dais, which will be 64% of the population by the year 2020. Whereas China, US and Japan will have aging laborers. You see the term? Youthful workforce that is aging